conquer the night. If I can make it, if I try to draw the red light, I could run through the fire, I could conquer the night. If I can make it, if I try to draw the red conquer the night. If I can make it, if I try to draw the red light, I could run through the fire, I could conquer the night. If I can make it, if I try to draw the red, I could.
Oh, geez. We're all sorts of messed up. The darn recording thing has updated. Now my hotkeys aren't even correct. Oh my goodness. How's everyone doing though? I am glad to be back. We've had a slew of different conferences and trips and stuff over the past few weeks, and honestly there's another one coming up in a few weeks, but we are here at our Wednesday live stream and I'm very excited to be here. I wasn't even able to get our darn music together. Let me get some music. We gotta have something in the background besides me talking the whole time. No one likes that, eh? Goodness gracious. Here we go. Oh, a classic like that. Gotta love that. All right, everyone, we are here. We're gonna be going to Congo River today. I'm excited to do this. How is everyone doing? We're gonna check out the chat. Who do we got in the chat? We have got the Zay, the one and the only Chaz, Fat Seagull, Polarity, Derek Malovich is in the house, of course, top notch. And a dad, I guess not a new dad, but fairly new, you know. Kendra Potts, we got Baltic Federation again. DG Squared is in the house. Augie, we got Indie Fishes, Payashin, Corey Williams, Aiden Geigel. I'll go with Geigel. Egyptian Wolf. Wow, that's a name I feel like I haven't seen in a long time, but maybe I'm wrong. Egyptian Wolf God, hello. You finally made it to the Maldives. Very nice. Darren Corby, Romstar Orion, hello, everybody. Lucky I can't level up, oh no. We're going to be heading to the Congo River today, everyone, and I will throw this out there just to throw something out. It's for the people who watch at the end, once this live stream has become a video, I'm going to lay this out right now. If this live stream gets 100 likes, I am going to give you all a sneak peek, the intro to our New Zealand Modern Day Outdoorsman video. It's very exciting. I've shown it to a handful of people. They all go, wow, that is... you know, the Amazon is the Amazon, obviously, but New Zealand is looking pretty good, everybody. And if this live stream gets to 100 likes, I'll give you all that 30-second sneak preview, so that you can get excited, because we're about, I don't know, maybe 1/5, 1/4 of the way edited through. So excited to see it all finished. But let's go ahead. Let's travel to the Congo River. I am excited to do some fishing today. We've got some tigerfish to catch. We've got some catfish. Lots of different fun things to catch here. So let's see what we can get our hands on. I always like to start at the boat ramp. I'm going to create my own friends only room. If people want to join in, feel free to do so. I have already equipped myself with the Draco boat so that we could fish off the boat if we want to as well. Though it would be interesting to try out the what is that? The Ukraine River boat as well, where you can troll. It would be really interesting to troll for tigerfish as well. You're coming to my country. Coming to your country. Let's see what time it is. Yeah, it's a slow morning, but I bet we can catch some fish. Let's put out a rod holder, and I bet we could throw out some stuff. I've got 3 different bottom rods, though they're in weird places. I'm gonna let's throw a 10-aught hook on this one. I'm gonna go fairly large hook, but I'm gonna throw on, I'm not sure if I have the right baits either. Get a large liver, and also, do they have a buffalo kidney? They do have buffalo kidneys. Buffalo kidneys, we got small tilapia. We're gonna save, oh, African water bug for catfish. Interesting. Well, let's mix it up. I know there's catfish in this specific area, so let's go ahead and let's throw on a buffalo kidney on one. I'm just gonna keep to 10-aught hooks. I'm going for big fish. Let's go ahead and throw on a water bug on one, because I feel like I've never really tried water bugs. And with the last one, we'll throw on a small tilapia and also 10-aught hook. Keep to a fairly sizable fish here. Alright, we've got the tilapia. Let's throw out the tilapia. I'm curious to see what catches us the biggest fish out of the 3 baits, you know? Got the water bug. This is such a good spot to fish from when you're just starting out, too, because you're just, like, this is literally the boat dock. And then the last one. I've never attempted to catch anything else at this location, though. Right on. We have got 3 rods out there with some different baits. Fish all day. Mitchell23 is here. Right on. Hello, Samuel Johnson. How's it going? You're level 44 and have $200,000 eenies. Very nice. Get the likes up now, chat. Let's go. What should I do? The Zay says. 44. You're in the sturgeon grind, eh? You should be fishing for sturgeon till 48. But, you know, there's also some good maps. If you get bored of sturgeon, you can obviously go out and do other things. Bro, how's it going? Are you going to the South Island or the North Island? So I've already been in New Zealand. We visited both the South and the North Island. We spent the majority of our time in the South Island. But yes, we were in both. We started in the South Island. We did 4 days of camping, fishing and whatnot, and hunting. And then from there we went up to the North Island, did some more touristy things, went to the Lord of the Rings areas, went to Hobbiton, went around Hobbiton and stuff like that. By the way, if you're not following well, of course there's the Bo Angles TikTok, but there's also the Modern Day Outdoorsman TikTok as well. And I've got some videos of going to Hobbiton and going into some of those areas and stuff like that. So if you're ever interested in following along with just my daily life outside of playing video games, the Modern Day Outdoorsman TikTok and Instagram is fantastic for that. A little comba. Comba 90. Little 91-pound comba catfish. You know. Those dang 91-pound fish. Doesn't seem like 91 pounds, does it? I feel like we've caught blue catfish around the same size that are like less than 91 pounds, you know what I mean? Joel Heredia Flores, hello, good night, hello, how are ya? Should you stay at Emerald? You're level 12. Yes, stay at Emerald for a good long while. I mean, you're gonna be there for a good while. Emerald Lake is a great place to be. I mean, my country. Oh my gosh! Hi, hello. Are you gonna, bro? I want to catch catfish in small urban pond. What bait should you use? Small urban pond. If you can find bait shrimp, otherwise some chicken liver, or just regular chicken. Chicken can kind of be expensive at times, but it can be hard to find chicken liver or chicken gizzards. Sometimes bait shrimp is also a good option. Obviously worms are always a solid option, but yeah, something a little bit more smelly than worms can sometimes draw in a catfish a bit faster. But obviously another option is that you just go with a smaller rod, catch some smaller fish. You know, catch a bluegill or something, or small fish like that, sunfish of some sort, and then just cut it up into chunks. You throw out a chunk of bluegill or something on a hook, that blood will start getting into the water and bring in catfish and other sort of gar, or a largemouth bass might even just grab a piece of it. So never forget the old Star Wars line of there's always a bigger fish, right? Sometimes we get so stuck on lures and baits that we can get from the store that we forget that the easiest way to sometimes catch a bigger fish is to just catch a smaller fish and put it on a hook, right? So always remember that. If they had that feature in Fishing Planet, I'm sure it would all be in our heads, but unfortunately we still don't have that option. Anti-shock, if you are here on not at my house right now. Can I play with you tomorrow? The Vundu? We got our first Vundu. This is right now the option to play with us. I get asked all the time, and I wish I had lots of time to be able to fish with everyone at any time of day and all that sort of stuff, but during these live streams is really the ideal time to join in, and I realize that not everyone can just join in whenever they can. It might be 2 o'clock in the morning for you or something like that, and you might not be able to access the Congo River, but you know, do what we can. Best bait for brown bullhead. Ooh, I don't know. Brown bullhead. Cheese, maybe? I'm not really sure. I think there's dog food as well. I feel like brown bullhead will go for all sorts of stuff. How am I feeling? I'm feeling quite well. Although I am editing. Anytime I'm editing a big video, like the Amazon video or the Buffalo video or this New Zealand video, like I'm always kind of stressed out. It kind of takes over my day. When I wake up in the morning, the first thought is, oh, I need to go edit that video, and same thing when I go to bed at night. So it once I get into the grind of editing it anyway, it can take me a month just to get into the mindset. You recently got a new job. Do you got any baitcaster recommendations? I have 6 DLC right now. Ooh, I don't know, man. Don't know. A baitcaster in the game. Alright, I just want to understand. When you first said it, I thought, oh, maybe real life, but then you said DLC in the game. So then you threw me off. This is on the African giant water bug. This is our first one on the water bug. I honestly haven't been paying attention to which baits have been catching which fish. We got the combo on the tilapia, I want to say. Oh, now we got another fight. I will say this fight seems a bit slower than the other ones. I don't know if that means a unique is on, but it could mean a larger fish. Here we go. Good size. Good size African sharp-toothed catfish, 72 pounds. Can we get on that other rod before we lose it? We do. Let's go. Very nice. Getting some nice trophy-sized catfish right now. They're only getting kitty cats. So channel catfish and whatnot. Maybe use a smaller hook. I'm not sure. You're going bass fishing at a small urban pond. Can you tell me what lures to use? Ooh, it all depends on the clarity of the water, you know. But it never hurts to use, and it's horrible because in this game they only catch crappie. Spinner baits, you know, you can't go wrong with a spinner bait, right? Let me bring up my internet. I'll show you some ideas for a small urban pond. Another combo catfish at 105 pounds there. Top notch. Let's get these rods back out there and then I'll look it up for you. Small urban pond around your neighborhood or whatever. Something to throw out there. I'll show you some options. Just some tried and true methods, I suppose. Obviously, bass jigs are always a lot of go-tos you see on YouTube and stuff like that, but some other options might be. Let me find out. Here we go. Here we go. I got you some stuff. I got you some stuff, okay? You can never say I never did anything for you, eh? Let's see. What is it gonna be? Oh, we got a bite. I'll show it to you right afterwards. Look at that. Mitchell's already got a unique Vundu. Big one. Very nice. But this one's pulling out line. Maybe we've got our unique Vundu on here. We can hope. I bet it'll be a trophy. Derek Malovich. How's things going, new dad? How are you doing? Dirty water, you ran out. It is a Vundu and it's only 52 pounds. Oh, man. And you're 16. Oh, what a great year to be. 16. What's your favorite fish on the Norway map in Russian Fishing 4? I don't know if I have a favorite fish. I feel like I haven't spent enough time on there to have a favorite fish, to be quite honest. Level 30. How come I can't catch anything? I did the fishing planet templates. Won't catch anything. Any suggestions? I'm not really sure, to be quite honest. If you're following along with some of the videos we've put out for the Japan Odyssey you know, pack when it first came out, the new map and everything like that, you should be catching fish. It's pretty easy to catch fish there, but I'm not really sure otherwise. All right, here we go. Hopefully I'll give you some tips here. For a small urban pond, some good options. This is only $3, $4. A little mini king by Strike King. They look like this as well. So these are spinner baits, very simple. You just tie it on there. They don't get snagged because the hook's on the inside. But they look like a fairly decent fish, and especially with this one, it's going to look like 3 fish going together. So bass is going to come up and try to grab that. And another good option, while we have a bite on right now, is these little bass tube jigs. In Fishing Planet, these will mostly catch you crappie, but it's a very simple. You put on this little tube jig head, and then you put on these tube jigs, and they look like a crawfish really well. They're just a really nice lure to throw around urban areas. So hopefully that gives you some ideas. We gotta get this one. Hey Bo, is there going to be a new map soon? Not that I've heard of, anyway. I mean, they're always working on a new map, right? But you have to think that in the summer they're also kind of working on updates to the game as well. We've seen the competition update that just came out a little while ago. They're putting out little, I would describe them as quality of life updates. They're trying to make the game more fun for the people playing it, and new players that come to the game and think, oh, this is old news. I can't get into this game. So yeah. But I'm sure they're always working on a new map because new maps offer new opportunities to sell DLCs and stuff like that. Obviously, being a free game, selling DLCs is a good way they make a lot of their money. So there we go. Trophy Vundu Catfish. Very nice. We're getting up there. So obviously they're always going to be making new maps and stuff like that, or working on them. But I do know, and you all probably remember this as well, that some of the new fish species that they've been coming out with. Look at this. I actually I fixed it. I fixed the animation so that it shows up again. Top notch. Thank you, Charles Schultz. I appreciate that. I appreciate that greatly. But as I was saying, they have been updating some of the fish models that we've been seeing this past year. And so what we're going to be noticing, because this is what I've been told, is that they've gotten some pretty nice and talented people on their team. So if you played the new Norway map in Fishing Planet, and you thought, my God, they've added a lot of detail to this map. It seems like one of the more detailed maps in Fishing Planet. It's because their team is growing and they're bringing on some talented people onto their team. If there's any point where you should feel excited for what the future may hold for Fishing Planet, it's kind of right now. Like, they just do have some good people on their team, and they're updating the game for people just coming in. And I believe they're going to be adding new things for new players as well. So I'm kind of excited for it, and I know I've talked to you all about a new beginner series coming out this year, and it's going to be kind of in tandem with Fishing Planet and their updates for new players and stuff like that, so I'm kind of excited for that. But yeah, I mean, what do I think? What do you think as far as a new map coming out to Fishing Planet? What would you like to see come out for Fishing Planet? What would be the ideal map for you all next to come out for Fishing Planet? I'm curious. You got a new PC. Well, fantastic. That's awesome. Let's see, Derek is saying, getting adjusted to dad life. Try and help Carly anyway. I can change diapers. Try to keep her cold water sleep when the baby sleeps and go to work. He's actually a great baby. Well, shoot. You can't, all I hear, gotta get out from behind this bush over here. All I ever hear about with babies is just the same, oh, I'm just trying to get some sleep. I'm just trying to get some sleep. I've just got a baby and I'm trying to get some sleep. Are you trying to get some sleep, Derek? Right now at 7:52, are you like, oh, I'm ready for bed? What's going on? Tell me the truth. Don't give me the same, I'm just trying to get some sleep, blah, 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 blah. I want to know the truth. Tell us the truth. Ooh, this guy pulling a little bit of line out, but also being fairly easy. He's just got a little feisty in him. He's got some fight in him. The Zay's got a new PC though. That's sweet. I want to love a Florida map with gray white sharks, hammerhead, and a lot of different species. They had Trophy Lodge. There's a way to catch. Oh man, don't even get me started on a Trophy Lodge. I would love a Trophy Lodge. That'd give me a reason to go back through the entire game, eh? You want to see an Australian map? I want to see an Australian map as well. So I actually thought that they were going to put out like a South African map that had, that had a lot of like sharks and stuff like that. I'm always seeing, the jumping great white sharks and stuff in South Africa. And I thought if they were going to put out a map with a bunch of sharks, that's where it would be. Ooh, this guy's put up a bit of a fight. Could we have a unique sharp-tooth cat. I think the sharp-tooth was the one that went for the giant water bug last time. Charles Schultz, hey man, I love the vids. I'm sorry I haven't read your comment until now for some reason. Been watching all of them while I grind so I don't get bored. Do you think you will continue the free-to-play series went from 32 to 54? No. So that's a bummer for a lot of people, but we will not be continuing the free-to-play series, the Essential Beginner series, I should say. Though I will say, with the next series, what will become, I'm not sure, I need to come up with something that's more essential than the Essential Beginner series. With the next beginner series with Fishing Planet, we will continue on till the end of the game. It won't be a road to Blue Crab, it will be a road to whatever map is at the end of the game. Right now it's Norway. Maybe it will be Norway when we do it first. Next, we'll just have to see. I'm not sure what we have on here. Does seem to be, I would warm up the unicorns. I think we've got something big on here. Get those unicorns stretching. Just saying, everybody, you know, do me a favor. Let the people know. Let the people know unicorns need to get their stretches on. I think we've got something good on here. This guy is putting up a bit of a tussle. And that is exactly what we're looking for. Every time it came up to the top, I wasn't able to see what it was, but I want to say either a Vundu or a Kamba. Oh, it's a Kamba. It's gotta be. Gotta be. Don't be a trophy Kamba. That would just upset me. Don't lose it, Mitchell says. I think you got something big. I think I got something big too, man. Oh, get in here. He's at 20s. He's in the 20s. Come on. Giving him the old 1-2. Whoa, 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 whoa. Gut punch, gun punch. He doesn't seem to be responding to my fighting attempts. There we go. There we go. Let's go! We went from 100-pound fish to 271 pounds. There was no in between. What was that about? Goodness gracious. Oh, my, my, my. 271-pound Kamba catfish. That is sweet, everybody. Well, top notch. That's exactly what we were hoping for out here. 271 pounds, 15,854 XP on the African giant water bug, everybody. I think I might just mark that one real quick before we grab that other rod. That was on a 10-aught hook. 10-aught hook. We got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Yeah, pretty good, everybody. Pretty good. Well, we have 110 people watching right now. I just want to throw out another reminder to those of you who may not have heard. But we do have a teaser, an intro to our new Modern Day Outdoorsman New Zealand episode. And if this video gets to 100 likes, I will show that intro to all of you. African sharptooth at 50 pounds. Like I said before, I've shown it to a few people. Those few people said, you know, Amazon is the Amazon, but this has got me super excited. This is almost, I'm almost more excited than I was when I saw the Amazon video. It's such a weird thing to say. It's almost as cool as the Amazon. Do the saltwater rods and reels the bait ever convert to credits, or will they stay Baitcoin only? Yeah, any DLC rods will stay Baitcoin only. To River City, Sleeping Bear Dunes with downriver fishing. Ooh. So it's more like you want like a method as well. the downriggers and stuff. Fished the Maldives even though I bought the pack. I've tried everything to get storage, but still it kept crashing. And no refund. Oh, that's unfortunate. Huh. Oh, that's weird. No, actually, the way I am, I can sleep 2 to 3 hours. I'm gonna be good. That's my body difference. Oh, that's awesome. I know, like, my trouble is that if I fall asleep and I wake up, no matter what time it is or whatever, I just can't go back to sleep. I'm horrible. I could fall asleep at 10 p.m. and wake up at 12 p.m. And if I'm like fully awake, I will be fully awake and I will not fall back asleep for another, so many hours. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see when I finally experience it, I guess. What's my biggest tuna in the game? Oh god, gotta be a bluefin, though I'm not sure how big. 51-pound African sharptooth there. We'll fish here for just a few more minutes and we'll move on to somewhere else. What ocean DLC would you recommend for cheap? Oh god, I don't know. I wouldn't say, I don't think I'd recommend the cheap ocean DLCs. I'd just go straight for an option that has a boat. Well, it came, the only one who stayed up most of the time, they must sleep so they can keep up the supply. There you go, Charles. Those are the tips that matter, though. That's awesome. Lots of patients crying. Night 2 had me questioning if I'm ready, can handle all this change that I couldn't. It's been really good. Hey, well, that is good to know. I mean, that's really cool. It's cool to hear the insider knowledge, When you're at the store. Oh, no. Just, what's something really smelly, You should carry skunk smell or something like that. That way, if your baby does go, then you just spray that skunk and you just start going around to everyone and go, whoa, I think there's a skunk in the store. Just say like, no, this didn't come from the baby. You know what a skunk smells like. It couldn't have come from that baby. And then just blame it all on some skunk in the store. Really get the exterminator out there. I want this to go like full-blown conspiracy for the people working at the store that there might be a skunk that's somehow living in the stock room or something. That would be fantastic. Evan Parks, how have I been? I've been quite well. Very busy, but quite well. Do you get to fish in Warhammer? I heard it's a horrible game. Oh my god. Don't even get me started. I don't know if people do have time to fish from Warhammer. I don't know. I've never heard any lore surrounding fishing in Warhammer. God. You're just digging up. You're digging up some old stuff. You looked at all your bookcases full of references that you could have thrown at me, and you saw some old dusty novel and just went, I'm gonna bring this up to him and see what he does. That was fantastic. I love it. You forgot I did forget the unicorns. I talked it up so much and then I didn't even get them out. Oh, that's sad. Now I feel, that's what a missed opportunity. And we'll probably never see them for the rest of the live stream. Hopefully not. Hopefully we'll get in some big fish. I'll continue to use some decent sized hooks, and hopefully we are going to be going for some other fish as well. Have I gotten any big Nile Perch? Not at the moment. Haven't even tried yet. We're still just going for catfish. There are 3 different types of catfish in this spot, so it is possible that we might get onto another unique one. I know I've caught a unique Voodoo here as well. I'm not really sure what my 2 markers are out there, but I assume one of them is for a combo and one of them's for a Voodoo. The combo we just did today. The other one's probably for a Voodoo though. What is this? If this is another combo, I'm assuming it's not unique then. Oh, I was kind of hoping it was a Voodoo. What's this about New Zealand? So we returned from our New Zealand trip a month ago, and I've started editing the video, and I've completed the intro / teaser of it. And I've been sending it to a few people just to see what their ideas are. And everyone seems to love it. I mean, it is exciting. Everyone's excited to see the full video. Trophy combo of 178 pounds. My goodness gracious. We caught a, oh God, let me look at the fish keeper here. That is our first trophy combo. I was going to say, we caught a 105 pound combo. But yeah, difference between a regular and a trophy combo, 70 pounds or more. That's wild. So anyway, I promised everyone that if we got to 100 likes during this live stream, I would show off the intro to the New Zealand Modern Day Outdoorsman episode. It's pretty exciting. It's pretty cool stuff. Would love a Great Lakes map to troll around for walleye and I don't know, salmon and whatnot. I can see that. I would love to see it for players around like level, I don't know, have some Great Lakes salmon or something, or like around level 56 or something like that, 58. Some sort of like in between Maku Maku Lake and Blue Crab Island. Have an option for a trolling boat out there for big salmon and whatnot. I think that would be pretty cool. First, it took me a solid 10 minutes to clean. Oh my God, dude. And you just kept looking at everyone around you going, can I get some freaking wet wipes or something? Listen, I'm always tired, but I can be up and down all night and be pretty fine. However, I struggle to stay awake in the middle of the night sometimes. I can see that's my wife. My wife is a night person, but she is not a morning person. Troglodyte! Like, what is this? Dungeons and Dragons? You want a BWCA map in Minnesota. BWCA, is that Boundary Waters? BWCA. I don't know what the CA stands for. Canoe area. Okay. I didn't know what the CA stands for. Well, that would be pretty. I could see that. Okay. That's neat. It's a neat idea. And thank you for the $10. Surely. That's awesome. And please tell me how to make XP using the Norway DLC. Oh, lots of easy ways to make money. Just drop some bait down to the bottom and catch fish, man. We actually, last live stream, if you want to go to the very end of the last live stream, we ended it by going out to Norway and catching a fish. So yeah, we were actually in a conversation with someone during that live stream about them having the DLC and not catching any fish. So we jumped into the Norway map real quick, and then like we couldn't catch it in 5 minutes or something like that, but we ended up catching in like 6 minutes. Started catching some fish. Just go find a peak or go find a bottom, and maybe that's something you shouldn't say out loud. But go find a deep area and drop your bait all the way down to the bottom nearly and catch some fish. Playing the game more than a year ago. I randomly re-downloaded it, needed cash, and I knew where to go. Hey, right on, Flex Martinez. That's the way to do it, man. That's the way to do it. Turk of Armenia. Trophy African Sharptooth. Still no unique out of that Sharptooth or the Voodoo, honestly. Ooh, big take on that right rod. Do this back out there and switch over to that one. Mekong Delta. That would be cool. Yeah, my ideas were either an Indian map. So I'm talking Mossir species, talking goonch catfish, that sort of thing, or an Australian map. And I feel like if I was speaking to an Australian, if there are any Australians in the chat, just imagine that I'm speaking directly to you. I would say, oh man, Australian map, hands down, is what I want in the map, in the game. I don't think there's any other map that is better. The Australian people need an Australian map in Fishing Planet. However, if I was speaking to anyone else, I might secretly say that an Indian map would be quite fun. I would love to see a goonch catfish and some mahseer fishing. But you know how it is. You're sturgeon fishing now, hey? We've all been there, hey? Up there, so few people get to see it. Oh, okay, I got you. Hey, here we go, here we go. Opportunity for the unicorns, everybody. There we go. We've got the unique combo. We got the unique Voodoo. All we're missing now is a unique sharp tooth, but that is it. 94 pounds there. Not bad, everybody. I gotta look back in my fish keeper and see. Ooh, good take on this one. Let me look at my map real quick. Okay, wanted to make sure. Wanted to make sure I had a spot for the Voodoo. Come on, grab the rod. Wanted to make sure. We caught the last unique Voodoo on a shiner. That's crazy. Finally got the blue crab on the main account. Hey, top notch. What is the best fish to fish for at level 39 over than sturgeon? I mean, it's between the pike and the sturgeon, right? You're going to get more money. At the very least, you're going to get more money going for sturgeon over pike. But otherwise, you can go for pike if you're bored of going for sturgeon. But sturgeon is going to be the top one. Trophy Voodoo, very nice. And there's really not many other options. We are catching the African sharptooth. The two biggest one we've caught so far have been on the giant water bug. Maybe we should switch these two to giant water bugs. Giant water bug. Been catching some decent catfish on the water bugs, man. A New Zealand map, eh? That could be interesting. Get an eel, get a longfin eel out there. I caught a longfin eel. I was pretty excited about that. I guess technically I didn't pull it in, but I did help catch it once it was on the bank. That is a heck of a time. Hey, Mitchell just got a unique African sharptooth. Very nice. What's the best fish to fish for? Level 39. Okay, I already answered that one. Left by currently. You're in. You're in. You're back. You left, but you're back. You're level 73 and you guess your goal is Kaiji no Ri. Okay, I got you. It's been a while since you've been here. What's up, Bo? Lucas. What's up? Oh, golly. We've been busy, man. We got back from New Zealand. We went to a conference. We went on a trip to Minnesota. We've been all over the place. A little live stream here and there sprinkled about, but hopefully we don't miss too many more. I will say, I do have a June 3rd. I have a, as far as I'm aware, so the week prior of June 3rd, Memorial Day, I will be gone, so I won't be for that live stream, and I'm not sure if I'll be there the week of June 3rd either. I have been getting surgery on my knee, and I'm not sure if I'll be all there mentally for a live stream or not. We'll just have to see. It would be cool though, eh? Golly. Maybe I'll tell you guys some really crazy stories while I'm still kind of loopy from the surgery. Murray cod, exactly. Murray cod. Yeah, that's a big one. £278, my goodness. Because ours was 271, so yeah, 7 pounds more. My goodness. What part of the knee? MCL, ACL? No, actually, I I pierced my cartilage in my knee, and so I have like I have a hole in my cartilage. So it's not necessarily like any ACL or MCL or anything like that. I just literally, anytime my knee gets a lot of weight on it, it's pretty much just like bone against bone, and so my bone is upset. The bone of my femur is upset because there's a hole in my cartilage. And we didn't realize what this was, but when I re-injured my knee last November after running a bunch all summer, well, first off, I didn't do anything because I wanted to go to this trip to New Zealand in spring. But once I came back from New Zealand and my knee started hurting again, as expected, I went to the doctor and found out that I had a hole in my cartilage. So that was after hiking around the mountains of New Zealand for 4 days and going, man, my knee kind of hurts. With a big old backpack on with all this hunting gear and stuff like that. We are going to go ahead. We do have 1,570 pounds of fish in our keep net at the moment, worth $142,000. We're going to go ahead and move on to the next day, and then we're going to go to the waterfall, I believe, to mix it up. Let me skip to nighttime, and I think what we're going to do is get in the boat, move on down there, and then we'll switch to daytime in the boat while we're down there. I am going to go hit the head real quick. We're almost at halftime, so I'll run you with a vintage halftime episode. Hope you get better quick. Yeah, I hope so too. You know, it's not like I'll have to stay in the hospital for very long or anything like that. I'll be in and out that day, but yeah, it is. I mean, I'll be on crutches for 4 weeks, so that's not going to be fun. Environment sound. Always got to turn the environment sound down when you're at the Congo River. Didn't realize I was at the edge of the map because it's nighttime. Let's turn it down even more. Let's do 5%. Alright, we're all prepared to go after a Nile Perch here, so we're going to change the time here. Real life, kind of nice little 2.5 to 3 pound largemouth. Very nice. In a pond that you, a lot of friends swore you couldn't catch in. Oh, all it takes is one good catch, right? Goodness gracious. Well done. Your patience paid off. Big one today, but not a PB. Well, that is a good one, Cameron. Good catch. Trophy Pacific Bluefin. That's awesome. Happened to your dad once. He was kickboxing and his kneecap scraped the cartilage underneath. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, that's probably exactly is a very similar situation to what I'm experiencing, other than the kickboxing. I wish I was doing something cool like kickboxing, but unfortunately I wasn't. I was just wearing a really heavy backpack because I was training. And then I twisted my knee. I was running and walking along the neighborhoods, training for New Zealand. You know, having a big, heavy hunting backpack and walking in the mountains and stuff like that. And I just twisted my knee in a bad way, and that was it. That was all it took. Just like that, cartilage. So be careful when you're carrying heavy stuff on your backpack. You know, it's all fun to think about, but it's just that quick, and you just ruin your knee, and you have a $30,000 knee surgery. Luckily covered by insurance, you know. All right, I'm going to go hit the head real quick, but here, listen to this really old vintage halftime commercial, and I'll be back in a jiffy.
BZ Hub Halftime Show, not sponsored by any of these brands. Now, take it away, Dwarven Pirate. Arr, aren't you tired of not being a part of the ship of BZ Hubbards? Well, are you? Support Bo and the BZ Hub by becoming a member today for only 2 measly doubloons. And if you're feeling extra generous, become a Hub Lord for only 10 pieces of booty a month. But if you've got treasure bursting from your pockets, become a Hub Master for only 20 doubloons a month.
And that's a great price.
And if you ask Bo, he'll say I'm cutting this a little short. What? Wait, is that a height joke? Curse you, Bo! Avast ye, matey! And now, a glimpse into the future.
Shamu!
You like that episode from John B.
God damn.
All those, and they keep getting views. I mean, you freaking
Oh man. Oh, that was fun.
Now, back to your scheduled broadcast.
I just wanted to say thanks.
Alrighty, we're back. What are we at now? We're at 83 likes. All we need 17 more likes, everybody. I'm excited to show all of you, honestly. So I really wanted to get to 100 likes. Let's go ahead. We're gonna change the time to the morning and try for some Nile Perch. I'm hopeful. I always forget which days are greatest for Nile Perch, but I think this should be a good day for it. I'm pretty sure. Though we're currently getting stuck on the loading screen. What? This isn't 5 a.m. Did they change 5 a.m.? 5 a.m. looks a lot like nighttime. Alright, we're just gonna go ahead and move along, I guess. Let's try. I don't have a bottom or a match rod for it, so we're just gonna throw on a small tilapia on bottom rods, and I'm gonna throw on 14-aught hooks, big hooks. We're gonna throw out bottom rods for the Nile Perch. Throw one out there, and I'll throw one out in another area. New Zealand's not that bad. No, I love New Zealand. Before I left New Zealand, I was looking at houses. I was like, seriously, I would love to have a house in New Zealand. Doesn't need to be fancy. I'd sell my other house to buy a house in New Zealand. It's pretty much where I was when I left New Zealand. So, yeah, I mean, I was all about New Zealand by the time I was leaving it. It's a heck of a place. I would recommend it to anyone. Let's go ahead. Let's see here. What am I trying to think of? Here we go. We got this minnow grub. This is actually the DLC recommended rod and reel and lure for the Nile Perch. So let's just see if we can catch anything on it. I'm going to let it go down to the bottom. And then we're just going to kind of do like a 1-speed twitch from the bottom. I think. Even if we're kind of dragging it and it looks like it's not getting off the bottom at all. That's just what we're going to do. Yeah, the South Island's pretty sweet. I don't blame you for liking it. Ooh, is that our first or second rod? It looks like the second rod. Look at that big curve on the second rod there. Whee, boy, look at it go. Look at it go. 14-aught on a small tilapia, everybody. Hopefully, fingers crossed, that's a good size fish. I mean, I think 14-aught... I'm not sure they would go for 16-aught, so I want to say 14-aught's probably the top of what you would expect for a Nile Perch here. Have tips to how to make a top water lure 3 dots. I can get them to 3, whatever I did. You know, the only time I was able to get a top water lure to 3, it was the mouse at Salang River, and it was because it was bugged. I have never been able to get a top water lure to go to 3. I don't know what the hell it is. I think it's a joke. It's a fantasy, you know? If I was an evil adult in a child 80s or 90s movie, I would look at that child who wanted a 3-star topwater lure and I'd go, "You need to grow up. It's a fantasy 3-star methods for a topwater lure. You know, so one of these days you just need to grow up. Stop living in such a fantasy world." That's what I would say. You know, if you were some kid putting toys in a cupboard and making them come to life, or God, I don't know, talking to kangaroos made of different elements in a martial arts society. These are the things I would mention to you, okay? You're just living a fantasy. You need to grow up. It ain't real, you know? 3-star methods with top wire lures aren't a thing. So, just how it be. Just how it be. Top wire seems to be rely a lot on matching the weight with your recovery speed. I could see that. I could see that. Could just be that there are specific reels to use with specific lures. Great to be back watching your live stream. Well, thanks, Buckshot. I appreciate that. You've been busy with school. Oh, what are you doing in school these days? Is this DLC good? Voyager pack? Remind me what the Voyager pack is. Just a fantasy. It's just a fantasy. Goodness. If this isn't a unique, I'm gonna be really disturbed, to be quite honest. Guy's putting up a freaking fight and a half. And we let another bite go to try and get this guy in because he was putting up such a fight. Whew. Low line tension though. Don't want to lose him at 40 feet. Watch him be a trophy. He's gonna be a trophy. I just know it. I'm gonna be pessimistic about it just in case. 100 likes, everyone. That's what we're going for. Just as a reminder. Trophy! It's not even a trophy? Ugh! Oh! Well, that just throws me through a loop. I don't even know how to react. Poorly, I guess. I know how to react poorly. Okay. 166 pounds. Heck of a fight. Being dragged by a boat. Dragged in a boat. Whatever. Voyager Pack is the small boat DLC with Kaiji no Ri map pass. Oh. It's a small boat DLC, or it's just like the boat DLC for Kaiji no Ri? I just need to make sure I'm thinking of the right one, I guess. You have to memorize a speech? Goodness gracious. Set it on fire. The fish on fire? Haven't you ever listened to the Mad Eye Buffalo horror story? Don't light fish on fire. Then you die. That's pretty much it. If anyone wanted to quote me and put me on a poster of some sort of motivational value or some sort of lesson learned, it would be, don't burn fish or you die. It's a well-known fact. I guess if you're cooking them, maybe they give you a pass. But for fun, for fun, don't burn fish or you die. You've heard cooked Nile Perch is good. I bet it is. I honestly think that the Nile Perch is just like a big barramundi. Or like a sea bass. I think a barramundi is basically just a sea bass. A giant sea bass. If you look at all of those things, unless my memory is wrong, all of those fish all look very similar. Nile Perch, sea bass, barramundi, all look very similar. Zedge82. Thanks for the sub there. So yes, let's see. My goodness gracious. Subs are coming in like crazy. What are we gonna do about it? Travis, thank you. Appreciate it. Mitchell just got a 205-pound Nile Perch. Very nice. Alright, we're back. It's still not daylight. It's 5:30 in the morning. Numa and Scorlin are the same price for their big DLCs. You know, you got to start small, right? As you work your way up. You know, that's always what I recommend anyway. Start small and work your way up. Otherwise, if you start at the top and you don't make it to the top, you got nowhere to go. You got to buy lower level DLCs to continue trying going up, you know, if that makes sense. Only I can prevent fish fires, and I'm trying, you know. Luckily, we're surrounded by water. Water, some would say. Some good sea bass. Ooh, really? You're snacking on some smoked carp with garlic, salt, and brown sugar. Tastes like ham. Really? That's interesting. I've never had smoked carp before. The only time I had carp, it was fried, and it was good. There was obviously some dark meat that was kind of like meh, but honestly, dark meat on any fish tastes bad unless it's like, I don't know. Tuna and stuff like that are just like naturally red. I'm not sure if you'd call that dark meat. I don't know if I would. Surely even red meat has dark meat in it. It's kind of like a chicken. You know, a chicken has white meat and dark meat. It's like, I'd rather have the white meat. Same goes with fish. Haven't been watching YouTube much. So much love. Thank you for the video. Spider-Man 52x56. Love it. Love to hear it. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. The other ones are $100. Really? Goodness gracious. You actually had some last night. Goodness gracious. Well, that's pretty cool. Let's switch it up to a flat spoon. Lose the Carolina jig. Whoa! My goodness, that second rod. They like the right side. I actually saw it surface there too. I think someone should go through the sturgeon grind before looking at DLCs. Oh, absolutely. I always say that too. You know, I actually put out a video that said don't buy DLCs. And it's pretty much because the first 54 levels of Fishing Planet, I think, should be without DLCs. I think if you play the first 54, if you buy a DLC and you go past the first 54 levels without actually getting to enjoy the game, it's so sad. It's like, the only comparison I have is like, you know, I'm a World of Warcraft kid, teenager, whatever you want to say. And the first 60 levels of World of Warcraft are so, like, key to understanding, to, like, enjoying World of Warcraft. Like, you have to understand that classic way of leveling up your character and understanding different areas of the world and, you know, ways to work and everything. That if you were to somehow cheat your way through it, it just wouldn't be as good, you know? And that's how I see the first 54 levels of Fishing Planet. They're like the core levels, the core maps. And if you skip those levels by, you know, buying a DLC, it's just sad. I just feel bad because I'm just like, no, you've ruined it. You'll never get to experience the game the way it was supposed to be experienced. turns to mush and it's easy to get rid of. Okay, I got you. Well, like that. Nor for the game to feel boring for someone who's at level 9. If you haven't gotten to Emerald Lake yet, and you haven't been able to feel like you're making a lot of money and progressing fairly fast, it can be normal. I remember I had a friend one time who bought a DLC for Fishing Planet, even in the very beginning, and he was just like, I'm just getting bored, I don't know what to do. Until he got to Emerald Lake. And once he got to Emerald Lake, he came back and was like, bro, I'm having so much fun, I love Emerald Lake. And I think Emerald Lake is just like, you kind of, when you start Fishing Planet, you just start to like ramp up very slowly. And once you hit Emerald Lake, you just like skyrocket for a few levels. It's just a lot of XP and money real quick. That's awesome, Little Slime. Glad to hear it. We got to do something to call people in. Or I need to have a conch shell. A digital / physical conch shell, and I can just go and then just call everyone in. You're so excited for Halloween to catch all the fish. I hope your tuna fish monster comes to the game. I really hope it does. I'm most excited for like all the Halloween fish. I'm always excited for Halloween events. Don't even get me started. Simon, thanks for the follow. I actually have all of the previous events for Halloween from last year completed. Troglodyte! He's handing out memberships left and right. 10 Bo Angles gift member. My goodness gracious. I always hate. I haven't figured out how to stop the invites. Don't lose that fish. I know, right? I'm still fighting this fish, and at the same time, I want to turn off the animations. This is number 3. We still have 7 more to go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh my god, are you serious? What is this? We fought this guy for like 5 minutes. He's only a 153-pound Nile Perch. What is this? This is a nightmare. Oh my god. How is that possible? How is that possible? He's 153 pounds. We fought him for 5 minutes at least. We caught combo catfish that didn't fight that much, and they weighed 200 pounds. How is that possible? What is that star doing in the sky? There's a sun over there, and there's also a star. What is that about? Is this some sort of religious experience we're experiencing right now? Oh my god, I don't know what I just saw, but it freaked me out. I feel like I saw the beginning and the end of my life all at once. Oh my god. No, I really, that was very shocking. That was a long fight, right? Am I crazy? It wasn't even as big as the last one. It was 153 pounds. The last one was 166 pounds. We did not. It was a shooting star. We should make a, that's a good idea, Mitchell. It was a shooting star. My wish is that the next fish we catch is a unique Nile Perch. How about that? Gotta switch to spin up for the Nile. Man, I have been spinning for the Nile. We just haven't been catching it. Should have done the max. I just kept it going. Well, Troglodyte, I really appreciate that. You've gone above and beyond. I should have set out my, I should have put out a goal or something to pay for my knee surgery, but because you would have taken out a chunk of it, by George. But I appreciate that, really do. It's He-Nail's spaceship. There you go. I like that. I like tie it into the story. That star was He-Nail's spaceship. Better change those anyway before the corn harvest. I would totally buy the max to see you complain about it that long. I'm just gonna make it just a bomb sound, so that it sort of it sounds like some sort of like I don't even know, Omaha Beach or something like that. It's going to be a loud explosion after loud explosion. We are 2 likes away from showing off the intro to the New Zealand video. It's only 30 seconds. So I don't want to hype it up too much, but you know, it is 30 seconds and it's very exciting. You finished your last in-person college class today. The commencement ceremony is this Saturday. Fishaholic. Very exciting. I'm sorry I didn't read that till now, but that is very exciting. Very excited for you. Well done, man. But knee surgery will happen. You know, it's something that happened a while ago, but I'm just now starting to do something about it. So yeah, I didn't want to get a surgery done when I knew I had New Zealand coming, so I just put up with the pain through the trip because I didn't want to cancel. So now that it's summertime, everyone wants to be on crutches during the summer, you know? At least me, because I don't have any trips planned. Ooh, we got hit by something there. Oh, 102 like, all right. You've talked me into it. Let me reel these in real quick. I don't want any interrupt. I know it's only 30 seconds, but I don't want any interruptions. Carrying the don't say that, troglodyte. So give me 30 seconds of your time. Here we go. Here, let me get this up and running on this second screen. I am really looking forward to this, by the way. I always say that I'm excited for when my videos are done and I get to show people, because it means they're that I'm done editing them, you know. But here we go. Let me end the music real quick. I'll also show this at the end of the live stream for those people coming back and make it a little easier to listen to. Let me pause the music, and let me also get rid of my camera so that you can see it. But we are going to show the first 30 seconds of the New Zealand Modern Day Outdoorsman video, everyone. I'm really looking forward to it. So here we go.
Be ready for anything else.
Welcome to New Zealand, home of glorious public landscapes, steep slopes, plenty of wild critters, friendly locals, a lot of rain, and some of the biggest red stag on the planet.
So short. It's so short, but I mean, I'm ready. I'm ready for it. I don't know about you. Oh, trying to find where the heck is my camera. Here we found it. Anywho, everyone, hopefully you're looking forward to it as well. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna be a good time. Let's go. Well, I'm glad you finally made it to the live stream. That's awesome. 600 kills, Buckshot. And you spawned a great one wolf. Well, congratulations. That is fantastic. Which one is it? You know? I need to get caught back up on my great ones. Get this back out there. Predictions for the next fishing planet map, though, I'm not really sure. I think they might go freshwater. If I was going to go between India or California, Australia, I would go Australia. I think they're going to go Australia. I'm hopeful for Australia anyway. We'll just have to see. Oh, thank you, K-Bot. I appreciate it. I don't know. I know we've seen Boundary Waters. Boundary Waters. What were some other suggestions people had thought? Oh, Great Lakes. Thought a Great Lakes map would be cool. But yeah. What other locations would be cool in other people's eyes in Fishing Planet? You'd rather see a method update, see some fly fishing added to the game? I got you. Let's move to the evening, shall we? Maybe we'll have more luck in the evening. What would you recommend as a good DLC for freshwater? You know, honestly, the only good DLCs for freshwater would be the Amazonian one with the boat and the Congo one. The ideal one is obviously the Congo boat, because the Congo boat is kind of something you can't really get anywhere else. It allows you to put like bottom rods or match rod. Oh, look at that. Excuse me. Look at that. I was just trying to get my lure off the bottom and we hooked up. You can have bottom rods on your rod holders, which is something you really can't get with any other boat. So the Draco boat for the Congo DLC is kind of a one. Sorry. One in one. It's 1 out of 1. Really, there's no other option in Fishing Planet that allows you to do that. So, yeah. Why can we still not give permission to have a friend grab our rods for us? It's just not a feature in the game. I don't know. That rod did a weird thing there. I thought I had a bite for a second. I don't think this fish we have on right here is very big. Fable Hollow. A Fable Hollow? That's got me excited for the next Fable game. Anyone else excited for the next Fable game? I was like... I didn't catch on with the first Fable game, but Fable 2 came out as a kid or a teenager, and I was all about it. That first night that Fable came out, I stayed up. I didn't... You know, my parents went to bed, and I snuck out. I snuck out of bed, went downstairs, played Fable 2 till 2 in the morning, just blacksmithing. I was just blacksmithing, leveling up my blacksmith till I was making money out the yahoo. That's all I did. But I'm really excited for Fable 4 to come out. We're going to fish for Nile Perch for another 13 minutes, and then we're going to switch to Tigerfish. Nova Scotia, Canada, huh? Meant to mention earlier, I'm fishing a small club tournament Saturday. We're going to a lake a lot of people in the club call Smallmouth Heaven. Hopefully I can catch it. I hope you do too. That would be awesome. Good smallmouth. That would be sweet. Good smallmouth. I've definitely fished some rivers where there's some good smallmouth action, and smallmouth are fun. I think I just enjoy fishing in small rivers, so that kind of made it more fun. But yeah, little rivers and bouncing along a little Ned rig or something for smallmouth. I mean, that's good fun. Just your favorite. Like, imagine finding a nice trout on that. It would be cool. I'm not sure how much it would translate over in a fishing game. I feel like it could be a letdown. But yeah, I love fly fishing in real life, so don't get me wrong. Joaquin, if that's how you say it, San Joaquin, and I'm grinding sturgeon, but I don't have a big enough keep net. Okay, well, just keep catching sturgeon, keep changing from night to night, and when you have enough money, just upgrade your keep net. Pretty easy going. Love to see passengers on bass. I would love to see that too, honestly. I feel like that's not really asking a whole lot compared to what they have so far. I feel like they could totally add a bass boat that had a passenger. Shooting with the cab lock. Play Fishing Planet all night long. What's your setup? This graphic is wonderful. What are you talking about? What graphic? What setup? What are we talking about here? We're talking about, I don't even know what we're talking about. Look at that hat. I don't have that hat. I want that hat. Is that the Norway map hat that you get or something like that after catching the big bad at Norway? I still haven't done that mission. It looks like a koi with shark teeth. 2 times RTX 5060? My goodness gracious, man. I still got my GTX 1080 from 2018 or something like that. It's lasted me 8 years. It's still going. Or 7 years. I don't remember if it was 18 or 19. He's beautiful. I'm going to take some pics. You can tell by this, they just never created the fish to fish with friends with the smaller boats. Okay. Deb Tim, how's it going? Hello, hello. You're new. Well, glad you made it. Glad you made it to the live stream. We got 9 more minutes of fishing for Nile Perch. That are until this 8:25 turns to 9 p.m. And then we're going to switch to fishing for tigerfish. I got a few different areas we can go for tigerfish. So we're just going to hit it up. See what we can get. You're still streaming? Awesome. Nice to see my old friend, or at least the digital representation of him. Yeah, this is actually all AI now. AI has improved, and from what Bo has uploaded about Lauren, regarding AI and all that is, cars are going to be fully automatic in the future. Dating preferences matter. Trying to think of other options. Being mad at someone at work could potentially lead to your marriage. I can't think of anything else. I'm trying to be trying to make references. Much more handsome on here than him. Exactly. It's the AI glow that they give me. Yeah. It's true. It's true. It's true. The Goliath or the African tiger. I feel like anytime I fish for the African tiger, I end up catching the Goliath just out of annoyance. The Goliath becomes the trash fish of fishing for the African tigerfish. It just seems to come up and grab your bait even when you don't want it. I've been applying for so many jobs lately with little to no response. It's driving me crazy. Dude, that's the job market right now. It's just horrible. Uncanny Valley. Uncanny Valley. Oh, I just know you're really into Warhammer these days. You just need to... No one wants to listen to your half-hour-long speech about Warhammer, Lauren. Come on now. You love the Hunter Call of the Wild relaxing music. I did too. Honestly, there were definitely a time where I would just listen. They have a Spotify. They don't have any of their newer music, but they have their older music, and you could just listen to their to a whole album of their Call of the Wild music. How much longer do you plan to stream? For another 37 minutes. We'll stream till 9:30 Central Time. So that's what we'll do. Talk to a farmer if you need a job. There you go, fishaholic. Just drive out and work for a farmer, bro. What are you doing? You know, that actually gives me an idea. I'm curious if you would be able to lend your services to any guides, you know, in the area with the Great Lakes. You know, there's lots of guides that do fishing for the Great Lakes and stuff like that. If you actually, you know, came up with a good model, maybe use ChatGPT or something to think up some good model, or your dad probably has some good ideas, and offer to kind of like take over someone's social media or something like that. Start with like big boy fishing and like move on to, I don't know, just try to get a couple different people or whatever to work on their social media. Come up with stuff to grow their following. Might be an option, eh? Being a content creator, like our income is so wishy-washy. It's hard to know when you're going to be able to pay someone and when you're not going to be able to. So it might just be good to have a dozen different people to work with, you know what I mean? Just in case 3 of them end up being kind of flaky like myself. Then the other 9 end up being kind of dependable, and then they can just switch back and forth. You're in Norway right now, targeting Atlantic halibut, but all I have is lure rods. What do you think is the best lure retrieve? For Atlantic halibut, I'm not really sure. I know they have a little halibut lure. And our fishing for the Nile Perch is not going well. Oh, what is it? It's not that. Here it is, baby halibut. I know they have it, but I honestly don't think I've caught a fish on it yet. But you would think with this baby halibut lure, you would be able to catch halibut. I haven't caught one on it yet. What's my favorite Halloween fish? Yours is the favorite, is the armored bighead. That's a good one. The whale one is pretty cool. The frankenfish is usually my classic go-to. And if you caught the frankenfish back in the day, you got to get the frankenfish kayak. Coolest. The coolest. What did you get from the latest? You got a hat. I think, right? You got a hat. And a kayak was so much cooler. Check the in-game chat. Oh, I'm sorry. In-game chat's not helping me right now. You think Fishing Planet should add a fantasy DLC where you can catch prehistoric creatures with the Mosasaurus or the Plesiosaur? $60 to $80. Really? That would be interesting. That's for sure. That would definitely take it along a different route. You still have your fireworks, bro? I have so many fireworks, I don't even know what to do with them. And I get more. I don't know. I think it must just be that there's not a lot of gifts that you can give people. But like, fireworks tend to be like the one gift people just send to me when they can't think of anything else to give to me. It's the coffee cup of Fishing Planet. And I know I love it, so don't get me wrong. You know, I love that people want to give me something. But when I receive random gifts from people, it's usually a firework. So I have a lot of fireworks. Oh, I get one on my spinning rod and then immediately hook up on the bottom rod. How typical. So anyway, yeah. I mean, I have a lot of fireworks. People tend to gift me fireworks out of nowhere, and it's very kind. Very kind of them. It wants me to get a full-time job with Bennett so I can start paying my own bills and eventually buy my first truck there. That's a great idea. I completely understand, Fishaholic. I've been there. I know how it goes. Else in the middle of class watching. You're in the middle of class watching this? Where are you? You in Indonesia or something like that? I'm trying to think of where in the world people would be in class right now. It would have to be Eastern Africa or like throughout Asia. Australia? We would be in the very beginning of class in Australia? I'm not really sure. How many people can you fit on your boat? Only one person here on this boat, the Draco boat. This guy's at 300 feet. This is a unique. We're gonna mark this guy. I bet, depending, you know, just going off of how the last one was, that we got rods on both sides too. Oh, if we had one rod out, I would reel it in, or at least try to. A Jaws DLC. There you go. It's finally the time of year to go outside and fish instead of fishing. I agree, man. I agree. Blue crab style Florida map with brackish freshwater where the farther you get out to the water it gets saltier, pretty much an extended Everglades. You know, it's very similar to how blue crab is, you know. You go into some of the more marshier bits and you get the largemouth bass and the peacock bass and the gar and stuff like that, the buffalo, and then as you make your way out to the ocean you start to get the snook and tarpon and black drum and all that sort of stuff. So that's pretty much exactly what blue crab is. Aqueous. And honestly, I love blue crab. It's one of my favorite maps in the entire game. New Zealand is 1 p.m. right now. Oh my gosh! So yeah, you could be in class in New Zealand right now. Find a company that trains welding. Oh, there you go. About to go for Colossus Carp. Ooh, there you go. That's a good one. Should make another boat with rod holders for free-to-play people. Yeah, ideally. But they wouldn't make any money from that. You had to come up with ideas that give Fishing Planet money. That's how it works, man. Because I'm in SEA, and it's school time now for children. Okay. What's SEA? Tell us. Unless this is a joke. Are you going to say something inappropriate? Don't do that. I know I could get you a job in Minnesota in the next 5 minutes. Ooh. If you were into welding, is that what it is? We just need welders. Huh? Ooh, low line touch. Southeast Asia. Okay, there you go. Oh my goodness, it's getting to be my bedtime. Got him at 20 feet. Get in here, get in there. Well, we'll show the intro to my New Zealand vid at the last 5 minutes of the video or around there. But otherwise, or the last few minutes, I should say. I wanted to see the fish Mitchell was catching. Well, I'm trying. I just don't have it open at the moment. Are you talking to you about yourself in the third person now? Whenever you catch the fish, don't look. Cover my eyes while I'm fishing. You work at the largest privately owned company in the world. I know a ton of farmers. Ooh. Good hunting opportunities then, I bet, eh? You and me could become some friends. We could create some of the largest network of what would it be? Satellite freaking what are those cameras called? You know the cameras you put on trees? I'm blanking. Trophy, Nile Perch. I knew it. I knew it was going to be a trophy. We'd been fighting it for forever. 5 minutes we've been fighting this fish. Knew it was going to be a trophy because it would just be too good to be true if it was a freaking unique. Well, that's awesome. Well, we're going to end our Nile Perch hunt with a trophy, I suppose. Oh, that'll work, I guess. $39,000, 21,000 XP. We're gonna reel in these rods and go try to catch some tigerfish. Get in on the event here where we fill the dump trucks up with carp. No, I can't do that with carp. Unless they're silver or big head carp. Otherwise, my company kind of relies on there being common carp, so we can't fill the trucks up with. Although you could fill trucks up with common carp, there's always gonna be carp. There's always gonna be carp. They're just impossible to get rid of. They're like dandelions. Try your darndest, they're always gonna be there. Alright, let's go see if we can catch ourselves some tigerfish, shall we? Trail cam, thank you. Good God, I could not think of that for the life of me. Trail camera, yes. With a lot of farmers at your disposal comes possibility for a lot of trail cameras. And we could link up the largest network of satellite trail cameras in the world. Alright, let's see what a bullet spinner can do. I'm curious. Pretty sure the tigerfish go for bullet spinners. Maybe not. Teacher yelled at you. Bro. You tell her that you got it all figured out, man. Yes, we need learning, but right now we also need bow angles. It's important that you agree with her, whatever she says. She says, hey, right now is not the time for phones. You say, I agree with you, but it's bow angles. And if there is an exception to be made, it is right now. Because he's only going to be on for another 24 minutes. You know? That's lesson 1 into, arguing with someone for something. Agree with them. And then change the subject, essentially. Well, we obviously got too large of a fish on a small rod, and now we're going to end up fighting this guy for quite a while, but luckily we've got the boat to help us get a little bit closer, so we're going to use it at our best we can. That would probably be easy. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. You and I, we can come up with some stuff. 7-pound largemouth, and your dog thought it was a hooked on your dag? Is that your dad or your dog? This is Goliath. We got him! 52-pound Goliath Tigerfish. I'm not sure that's any faster than what we could do elsewhere. I'm trying to think here. Let me think! Don't pressure me! I'm thinking here! Look at my map real quick. Let me look at my map. Look at my map. All right, so this is a unique Goliath Tigerfish on a walker at night. What? At night? Well, you dad. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I bet with a bass that big, you might think you had it hooked on a log, eh? That's pretty exciting. Can I show you an 80-pound match setup? Unfortunately, right now, no. I wish I had one with me, but I don't. I was looking to see if I had a template made, and I couldn't find it before the live stream started, so I just went right into it. We're gonna go somewhere else. The opposite of the last tournament that I fished, thought I was hooked into a bass of a lifetime, somehow hooked into a rock crevice. Oh, really? Oh no, that's the worst. When I have my big carp leads on, you know, these big things. You know, big carp leads and everything like that. They can get easily stuck in a rock, and it is awful. It's the worst. Big fish back there. Oh no, you went to the wrong one. Dang it. Ooh. Think we can squeeze through here? Oh no. Oh, this might work out. Yeah. Perfect! Look at that! That's service right there. Alright, top notch. We're gonna throw this out. We are gonna top these off with shiners and 4-aught hooks, I think. Shiners and 4-aught hooks. Should be match rods. Unfortunately, do not have match rods with me. So we're just gonna put shiners on 4-aught hooks here and toss them out. Been waiting until you get a mouse. Well, that's a decent proposal there, Kathy. I agree. I would also wait till I had a mouse. Can't wait to get to the Congo. Congo's fun. I agree. It's a good time. I'm going to put a 5 on this one just to change things up. The last one. You got to always mess with your last one. It pulled the rock up on the boat. Oh, man. While watching is hard while hearing those bells. Always a bit of a panic. Bro, my brother and I played Farming Sim 25 quite a long time. We started on one of those, like, you know, the maps that is just covered in trees. See you later, Mitchell. Have a great night. And so we had to clear out all the trees and start our farm on nothing. It was us and a friend. It's Liam. If you ever see him in a game or a video or anything. And so yeah, so the three of us cleared out all these trees. We did all this stuff. We actually had a very successful farm. We started a little city, no man's land type scenario, exactly. And yeah, we eventually got tired. We played that for every weekend for, God, I don't even know, 2 months or something like that, and eventually got tired and got burnt out by it. But we had a lot of fun. Five of those, goodness gracious. You got to Mongolia in your last account. You had to go right back to the start because you can't have one account on 2 different devices. You were devastated. Oh yeah, that's definitely part of it, you know. Definitely a big thing. I should create a video that's like the 5 things you need to know if you're starting Fishing Planet. And the whole like shared accounts between devices could be one of the things. That's not a bad idea. You've spurred along a video idea for me. Thank you. Here's an African tigerfish. Starting it off with a trophy. Nice. I'm just saying that in a game, a 33-pound trophy African tigerfish is like, oh, it's a trophy. But if I caught a 33-pound African tigerfish in real life, I'd be freaking ecstatic. The one I have on my wall back there was probably only 6 pounds. So to have one that's like 5 times bigger is crazy. A little 19-pounder, very nice. I'd be excited with that one too. Oh, it can only play some events or get on when my squadron calls me. There you go. You get burnt out otherwise, man. It's just too much. It becomes too much. Elite Dangerous. I have that game. I've never played it. And I think it was that whole sort of like the time you invest really pays off sort of thing that kind of is that kind of World of Warcraft mindset that kind of got me interested in the game, but I just never played it. No, exactly. I agree, Kathy. I'll say in the video, I'll say, now this one's dedicated to Kathy_Portillo. I don't know which one to grab first. That one seems like a small fish. Oh god, we got 3 bites. This one's taking out drag. That's definitely a Goliath Tigerfish. This one's taking out drag too. Oh god, I don't know what to do now. This one's at least on a 4-aught hook. I'm gonna reel this one first in. The 5-aught one's definitely a Goliath. It's the hardest game you've ever played. They don't teach you much. I probably don't have enough time for it. I bought it years ago, but we lost both of those at the same time. And I'll probably never play it. But yeah. Fresh saltwater, what do you prefer? I would love a good freshwater map. 27 pounds on that one. Ooh. But yeah, we've been asking people this entire live stream as far as things you'd like. What would you prefer as far as like a new map coming out? And I've seen some options. So if you haven't answered that question, feel free to throw it in now. Throw out your thoughts. You know, we've seen Boundary Waters in Minnesota. We've seen Great Lakes. We've seen. I mentioned in India or Australia. What else have we seen? I can't remember. I hope you keep on the grind with YouTube. Any of your videos always makes me laugh on some of the days that aren't all smiles. Appreciate you for everything, brother. Charles, I love to see it. I love to see it. It helps. I mean, it helps me out, you know. On videos where I'm just, you know, thinking, you know, are these actually helping people? Yeah, there's some video, and sometimes when they do help people, it kind of it can ruin you on the days where you put out videos and people don't like them. You think, oh God, what did I do? The last few videos people really seem to enjoy, but I put this one out hoping they would like it. And people didn't like it, and you know that can really do some damage on your mental psyche as well. So yeah, Well, I appreciate that. So thank you for saying that. And yeah. Obviously don't understand everything what you're going through, but I understand to a certain degree. Everyone goes through some days that aren't the greatest, but you know, you gotta have something that keeps you going forward. You'd really like the Gulf of America map where you could go and fish the oil rigs. Ooh, interesting idea. Okay, buckshot. JSUP says India. Yeah, sure. When is there going to be an Australian map? There we go. We got India and Australia back to back. I like to see it. Better for those on low levels. So something better for the low level people. Brackish would be nice. I haven't actually reached the shore yet, but for real, what I've seen, it looks pretty neat. Blue crab is black. Yes, blue crab is going to be kind of that brackish area, and blue crab is a ton of fun. People ask me all the time what my favorite area to fish is, and blue crab is always at the top, you know. It's just a fun place to fish. What is wrong with this rod right now? Is there a fish on it? And there's just... There is. There's a fish on it. New Zealand, that's right. Corey Williams said to New Zealand. An African big eye catfish is out there amongst all the tigerfish. How about that? We'll toss one out here. Oh, you think the Gulf of America map should be higher than Kaiji or a little lower? Okay. What would be the big bad of the Gulf of America? You know, what would you say would be the big fish to catch there for the most XP and everything like that? That would either make it lower or higher than, you know, what you would see at Kaiji no Ri or something like that. Using electric and a very expensive to fit. Oh, bro, the electric reels are very expensive altogether. To make you more, I could still game while doing it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know how to answer that. Goodness gracious. You've got me taken aback. I'm on my heels right now. How are the pups? We're down to only one pup. But the one pup is doing quite well. Old Oslo, he's holding on. He's getting very whiny. I came back from New Zealand with a pair of fallow deer antlers, and he loves those antlers. He whined for so long that I finally gave him the uglier of the two, and it seemed to like do the opposite. He chewed on that one for a little bit, and then he just whines at the other antler, and I'm like, no, I'm not giving you that one. That one actually looks okay. That one actually looks like a decent antler. The other one's just meh. Life keeping me busy. How have you been, Stephen Bartholomew? Life's been keeping me busy as well, man. We were just talking about, or I was showing off the intro video to the New Zealand vid coming out here in a while. And I'll show that here in a few minutes again before the end of the live stream. But yeah, no, I get it, man. Keeping yourself busy is all it's about, you know. Big take on that, Rod. Big take. Gotta be another Goliath. What are your thoughts on Kaiji no Ri? I've had my eye on it for a while since the map is so cool and bluefin herding looks so fun. Kaiji no Ri, it's hard to ask me about the saltwater maps just because I'm not a saltwater angler in real life. I just don't. Maybe as I get older, I'll start to understand like a love for it, but at the moment, I just don't. I don't get it. But yeah, I mean, it's cool. And if you like ocean fishing in real life, you probably will love it. How much time would I need to get to Kaiji from Blue Crab or Weeping Willows? Ooh, I would say by the end of summer you might be at Kaiji no Ri. If you played fairly hard, like every day. Which I know people who have made it to the end of the game without buying a single DLC, so I know it's possible. It just kind of takes some determination. A mutant barracuda. Okay. That could be cool. Little tigerfish. I think I am going to take the boat if we can get on there. I'm going to get on. We're going to target some tigerfish. Or some Goliath Tigerfish. We're going to go back to the original spot we were at. You are from a state that borders the Gulf. Great whites and black tips have been caught. They both would be cool XP for monster fish. Yeah, I could see that. Like a hammerhead shark. We don't have any hammerhead sharks in the game. That could be kind of neat. Ooh, big fish back there. Showing up on the radar. Because I'm so awesome. I literally can't buy any DLC. Well, I think that's a good goal. You know, give it a go. On my way. There you go. Those would be the new species that are exclusive to the map. Okay, got you. Alright, we're gonna jump onto this land here and throw out some rods. For the last 4 minutes anyway, we're going to throw on some decent size. Let's throw on some large minnows. We're also going to throw on maybe 8. We're going to throw on 2 8s and a 9. A Mako at some point. That could be cool. I don't like Fishing Planet anymore. I like Call of the Wild a lot more. Okay, right on, man. Well, you know, that's just how things go. I see all the time people go, you know, I used to play it back in the day and I randomly decided to play it today and I've been hooked ever since. So you never know, that could be you in the future. But I have also been playing Call of the Wild the Angler. Or not Call of the Wild the Angler, but the Hunter Call of the Wild. A lot more recently. So I get it. Sharking. Predictive text. Love to see you make out some points. Would be so cool for that game. Sharking. Okay. Now I get it. Adding any of the Great Lakes to the game. You know, you never know. You never know with Fishing Planet. And if it gave them an opportunity to sell a DLC of some sort, shoot, maybe it's at level 45, right? Something that gets people out of the sturgeon grind a little early, but it might require you to buy a DLC that has some trolling options for salmon or something like that. That could be a cool thing. Yep. a lot of people complain about the sturgeon grind. So if you got to level 44 of the sturgeon grind and got to go to the Great Lakes or something like that, would you buy a trolling boat so that you and a friend could go trolling for salmon or fish the shore for bass or something like that? Possibility. Possibility. Good God! Are you serious right now? How is that not a unique? I saw that head come out of the water and I thought, my God, that's gotta be unique. How is it not? That is shocking. 71-pound trophy African sharp-toothed catfish. Not a unique. That is crazy. I don't even know why I'm throwing this back out there. The live stream's gonna end before we can do it. But I tell you what, everyone, drop a piece over a shipwreck. That could be cool. Like I said before, we are going to show off one last time. For those people watching in the future, we're going to show off. Oh. Here we go. We got one last fish. One last fish. We're going to show off our intro to the New Zealand video. After we reel in this fish. Of course. Of course. Last minute fish. Glad I can make it. See you next week. Hey, yeah, absolutely. Well, glad you can make it as well. We're going to listen to this really long fight without any music. Does buying the premium, like, increase the number of fish at the location? Oh, there's a mechanic that gives you less bites and smaller fish if you overfish. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a mechanic that decreases the amount of bites after you've caught a certain amount. It's almost like in the Hunter Call of the Wild where you would shoot something and it would create hunting pressure. Similar thing happens with fishing. When you catch a fish, it creates fishing pressure, depending upon the fish caught and whatnot. But I'm not sure premium has anything to do with it. You'll still have to change the time of day and whatnot to catch more fish. Alima, how's it going? You're not ready for the sturgeon grind. You are not prepared. Guys in the 20s. The guys in the 20s. Bring him in. Bring him in, Heenil. Little Goliath Tigerfish, I'm assuming. No, it's not. It's a Voodoo. Trophy Voodoo. How about that to end us off? That's fun. Alright, well, like I said, we're going to end this with a quick little view, once again, of our New Zealand vid. Ooh. Ahead of ourselves there. For those of people watching in the future, but thank you once again for the 100 likes, so let's watch this real quick, and then I'll say goodbye to everyone, so let's do that. This is the intro to our New Zealand video coming out soon. I'm really looking forward to it.
Be ready for anything else.
Welcome to New Zealand, home of glorious public landscapes, steep slopes, plenty of wild critters, friendly locals, a lot of rain, and some of the biggest red stag on the planet.
Ooh, goosebumps. Goosebumps, everybody. Goodness gracious. I'm looking forward to it. I tell you what, I hope you all enjoyed this live stream. Thanks you again for all of the likes. It's been fun to be out here fishing and see what all we can get and to be able to show off the, I guess the video coming out here soon. I've been working on it for quite a while. But anyway, Ahmad, thank you. I appreciate it. And not gear. Ooh. You're old. You're old. Anyway, take care, everyone. We'll see you next week, I believe. Until then, obviously, take care, and we'll see you in the next live stream or video, whatever. But as always, remember, everyone, and have a good night, Charles and everyone else.
Planet, one family, game on.